Hello, storytellers. Welcome back to Storytelling Tarot. This is Jeida K Story, and I am so excited that you are here with me today. We are back with another pick a card. It's been a couple of weeks, y'all. I have missed y'all. I have had my own life transitions going on, been doing a lot of moving around, getting settled into a new place, but I think that I'm a little more settled now. And so I have been looking forward to this reading with all of you for a long time. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to have you here. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Get comfortable, get a seat, grab a blanket, something nice to drink. We're about to get into some really cool messages. And if you have been with the family for a while, hey boo, I am so glad that you're with us. This is going to be a good time because today we have a viewer requested video. We are looking at access granted. What's going on behind the scenes with your ancestors? This was submitted by Ika, who asked, what would it be like to know what the ancestors are doing behind the scenes, how they're working for us, some things they might be bragging about. And I think that this is such a really cool message because sometimes, depending on what's going on in our lives, we just need to know that even when we don't see everything and we're not always fully aware, our ancestors love us so much, and they are always working on our behalf to help us reach healing, to help us reach the desires of our hearts, right? And so that's what we are looking at today. Now, what's funny, y'all, is the other day, a friend and I were talking about, this Victoria Monet rollout for Jaguar 2. It's an amazing album. And we were talking about how cool her rollout has been because there has been so much behind the scenes footage, right? Watching her prepare for the tour, watching her prepare for the videos. And it reminded us of Access Granted from back in the day. And so I was like, this would be a really cool reading. So I'm really excited. If you have a reading that you would like for me to do on this channel, then drop me a comment, let me know. And if I'm vibing with it, then you may see it here on the channel. But today we're going to look behind the scenes to see what our ancestors are up to and how they are working for our good. So I have 3 cards on the table. We have chapter 1, Affluence. We have chapter 2, Karmic Path, and chapter 3, which is Trust. So this is going to be the chapters that you choose from for your reading today. Whichever one is drawing your eye may be the message for you. And if more than one card is calling to you, then you may have more than one message. So I encourage you to watch as many as you need. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this reading. Hey, my chapter ones, welcome to your reading. We're about to get the access granted, the behind the scenes on how your ancestors are working for you and the desire that's on your heart. So you have chosen the affluence card. And I really love this card because this is telling me, this is coming through as like a desire for you. Like you are wanting not only to have like good fortune and wealth around you, but you are someone who you're really desiring to have an impact on the world. And it's interesting because like your designs here, they show like all of these like intersecting geometric shapes, triangles and such. And it's hard to find or to pinpoint where it all begins or where this whole geometric shape begins, where the starting point is, right? It is all intertwined. Everything is connected. And I feel like this shows like the type of influence that you want to have, that you are able to have a voice, have a platform that has impact that, starts with you and ripples out to the world and to the masses. And so I really like that. You also have the affluence card is the number 5. And what I love about fives, it speaks about transitions. And so you may find that you are right now in the middle of transitions and in changes in your life, right? Seasons turning, things moving from one phase of life into another. Five also kind of reminds me of the Hierophant in the tarot, and the Hierophant is someone who has some affluence. They have a lot of power. They are the gatekeeper. They are someone with all of this wisdom. They're a teacher and an elder. And so this to me speaks about some of the influence that you either have or that you are hoping and desiring to have. And also, again, we see the green. So the green is money, right? So this is also abundance and wealth and money. So that's coming through as your desire. So we're going to start the reading by looking at I'm going to get some initial messages from the spirits, spirits and ancestors, and then we're going to get the tarot. So I'm going to get an initial card, just first message, and then we'll pull from another oracle deck in just a moment. Okay, Spirit, can you show me what messages? Oh, okay. This one, like, wanted to be seen. We have no shortcuts. So already what's coming through is your spirits are saying, so that this desire that you have for this affluence, right, this impact in the world, this prominent place, right, you are not going to be able to take I'll say it like this, it's long game for you, right? If you want that long money, you got to be ready for the long game. If you want that lasting legacy, you got to be ready to put in everything, give your all. Not to the point of burnout, because we never on that. But there's something about you being able to see yourself through even difficulties and potential roadblocks, right? This card is showing arrows pointing in each direction, north, south, east, and west. And it's showing a way out. What's interesting is it kind of reminds me of your affluence card, which is right here with the dot in the center, right? And you see how like this dot is kind of like trapped inside of this circle with all of these different geometric shapes and these triangles. But here, your spirits are showing you another circle that we can call the center, like the dot. But your arrows are pointing in each direction. In other words, it's showing you your way out, right? And so even as you have a desire for affluence, even as you have a desire for impact, I feel like what is most important for you right now is to know that your spirits are wanting to make sure that your voice is unique, that you don't begin to sound like everybody else, move like everybody else, do what everybody else is doing, figure out how the algorithm is working and how you can scheme it, how you can tweak it. Like there's something about you just staying the course, staying steadfast in the work that you have laid out for yourself, right? This is not going to be a no type of get rich quick type situation for you. They're saying what you're desiring for yourself is a good desire, but you're not going to be able to, 5-step it, 5 steps to success. No, what's going to make it work for you is discipline. It's the daily showing up, being present, taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. That's going to help you reach a certain level of success. Okay, so let's get some other oracle cards out here. All right, calling on the ancestor spirits that walk with those who are in chapter 1. What messages do you have for them? What messages do you have for them in this moment? I'm going to get 3 cards here. Yeah, you have the path, freedom, journey, following your intuition. Yeah, journey. I told you it's going to be a long game for you. I love that. Let's see. Let's get 2 more cards and then we'll talk about it. Following your intuition. Fertility doll, blessings in many forms, good luck, fertility, and birth. Ashe. Yeah. This is already what you've been hoping for, praying for with this affluence. Let's see. Let's get 1 more card. What did the spirits? Oh, okay. Look at that. Wow. The tall tree, wealth, abundance, growth, and legacy. What did I just say about you and not taking shortcuts? Because they are taking you, this is the long game for you. There is so much that is waiting for you. So much. And I love this about the path, right? You see how this is a long journey. It's a long road. But when you get to where you're going, you're going to be met with blessings. You're going to be met with favor. You're going to be met with wealth and abundance. And it's going to last for a long time. It's going to come down and affect your descendants, your family, your lineage. And so, absolutely, before we even get into what your ancestors are doing, they're showing you and giving you messages about how they affirm your desire to be seen as important. Right? I know sometimes in this world that we live in, people tend to discredit or discount the desire to be financially comfortable or blessed, right? But listen, your ancestors are saying you were destined to be a wealthy person. And the wealth is not only in cash or in money, but it's in a wealth of knowledge. It's in a wealth of wisdom, right? Wow. I love that for you. Okay, so that was the general message. This is a general message about what they have to say about your desire. So now I would like to know. We're going to do a 4-card spread. I want to know. We're about to get into your access granted. So what do your ancestral mothers? How are they working behind the scenes for you? Your ancestral fathers. Then we're going to pull a card that's going to represent your spirit guides, how your spirit guides and your angels are working for you. And then I want to pull a couple of cards to ask the divine how they believe or how they would like for you to participate. Because we're going to call on your higher self. We're going to call on your Ori. We're going to call on that internal wisdom that you already carry and what it is that you can do to participate. Right? All right. So spirit, let's see. Tell me, I want to hear from the ancestral mothers for all who's in chapter 1. How are the ancestral mothers? This card right here. The 8 of Pentacles. I know it's right. And the fathers, the 10 of Swords. Okay. How are the guides working for chapter 1? The Ace of Cups. Yeah. Okay, and then I think I want to pull 2 cards. Spirit, can you give me 2 cards for how my chapter 1s can participate with their spirit team? This one here and this one. I'm going to leave these turned over for now. Okay. So let's talk about the ancestral mothers. The ancestral mothers coming through as the 8 of Pentacles, how they're working for you. Let's just say that they are doing the grunt work day and night, focusing on you, focusing on what you need, focusing on how to make it happen for you. The 8 of Pentacles speaks about someone who is diligent in the work. That means that it almost feels like, I wonder if you have, if you're someone who is working for themselves or someone who is an entrepreneur or whatever it is that where you are seeking the affluence. I wonder if you have ancestral mothers in your line who do the same work or have done the same work when they were living. Because the 8 of Pentacles speaks about someone who is diligently doing this thing, right? Over and over again, nonstop. So they are very passionate about helping you behind the scenes. Like your ancestral mothers are doing the heavy lifting. They're doing the heavy lifting, and it is what is directly contributing to your dividends, your money, right? Oh, I love that. And so the ancestral fathers, they have the 10 of Swords. What I love about the 10 of Swords, especially in this particular depiction, we have that one sword that's flying over the others. And so for me, with the 9 swords that are pointing down, the 9 of Swords representing our fear and anxiety, but this 10 of Swords has the one sword that's flying above. And so to me, I'm kind of breaking up this 10 of Swords to make it look like the Ace of Swords with the 9 of Swords, right? And so this ace is the clarity, is the action, is the clear thinking. Woo! It's the courage to take action, to distill the fear, right? To keep it at bay. So I feel like that's what they're tackling. So whatever it is if you are someone who overthinks, if you are someone who is concerned about what other people think and how other people might see you when you reach that level of affluence, or if you are even afraid to tell people about your dreams of being famous, about your dreams of being impactful, about your dreams of being on stages and being a speaker and being a teacher and being a guru and being an elder, whatever it is that you are hoping to be, whatever it is that you are hoping to do, your ancestral father's work is to put the fear and the doubt to rest. They are wanting you to talk good about yourself. They are wanting you to end the doubt because a new day is coming. How do we know this? Because your spirit guides are coming in with the Ace of Cups. Your spirit guides are saying, we're going to pour all this inspiration, right? This is a new beginning. I love how it seems like your spirit team is like passing batons back and forth. Your mother's doing the work, doing the actual work behind the scenes, the tangible things, getting things ready for you. Your ancestral fathers are dealing with the mind and the fear and the doubt. And then here come your spirit guides bringing you that inspiration, right? Ushering in the new beginning. And it's interesting, this Ace of Cups looks like flames. The fire, ooh, it's like it's about to get hot. It's like boiling water, right? Like the Ace of Cups is usually like very refreshing, but water that is boiled is purified. And so that means to me that your intentions are pure, and so they are pouring out a dose of what you need to get to where you're going. So let's see then how you can participate with your spirit team. You have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. Ooh, you know what this is saying off the bat? That it's interesting too. This Queen of Cups reminds me a lot of Temperance and even the star. I actually thought it was a star at first when I looked at it. But the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups, I always think about emotional boundaries and how the Queen of Cups tends to care a lot about what people think. How the Queen of Cups is so loving and so pure at heart. Such a sweet spirit the Queen of Cups has. The Queen of Cups would let everybody else go first. Oh no, you go first. You go first. It's okay. I'll wait my turn. Even as the queen. Because they want everybody to be comfortable. They want people to be happy. They want to love on folks, right? But this Queen of Cups is pouring out the water. Interesting how your spirit guides are pouring out water that's heated water, fire. And the way that you can participate with them is to pour out anything that you may be carrying that would douse the flame, that would cool the temperature, that would slow you down. And then the Four of Cups is speaking about your need to be receptive. Because this Ace of Cups is a lot different from the Ace of Cups that we would, typically see. The Ace of Cups that we know. So you might take this cup and think, I don't know what to do with this. This is too hot. This is supposed to be water. Why is this fire? And your spirit team just wants you to know, just trust us. Just take a sip. The Four of Cups, the person is kind of like unsure of how this thing is going to work out. Unsure about life. Dissatisfied even. But here, the way that you participate is by taking the cup that's being handed to you, drinking it, and trusting that with those pure intentions, you will reach that affluence. You will. You are already an important person. You are already an important person. And soon others will see that. All right, so I'm going to pull one more tarot card. I'm going to pull one more tarot card, and then we're going to pull an oracle card. But I want to look into my little crystal ball and see, after all is said and done, after all the things they're doing behind the scenes, how it's going to turn out for you. Look at that. You become the Queen of Wands, the bad boss bitch. The bad boss bitch. And I mean that as a term of endearment. So I hope that's not offensive. A baddie. The Queen of Wands, who is in their power, who is creative, who is the keeper of fire. You see how your spirit team knew that you needed fire all along, even if it came in a cup? That you had to pour out the water that might cool down the flames. And what happens at the end of it all is that you do reach that affluence, right? You are the Queen of Wands, who now, before with the Four of Cups, you might have been hesitant to accept this Ace of Cups, but now you carry a crown of fire. Now that fire can drip down on you and warm you up and energize you and keep you going, keep you inspired and creative and thriving, right? Growing. That's the blessings, right? In many forms. Ooh. Wow, chapter 1. Oh, I love that for you. So I'm going to pull 3 final oracle cards because, oh, I'm sorry, I shook the camera. I'm going to pull 3 final oracle cards. I want to get a closer glimpse into what we can expect. But before I do that, if this reading has been resonating with you, I would love if you would drop me a comment that says, bring on the fire. Bring on the fire. And if you want to show me a little extra love, you can also click on the super thanks button to support the channel. And it will also highlight your comment so that I can see and give you an extra special thanks. Thank you for watching and for receiving. Okay, this one here. Okay, we're going to shuffle. Spirit, can you tell me, let's get 3 cards for what we can expect from chapter 1. What's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming up? Can I get 3 cards for my chapter 1s? We have Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. We have, well, I guess it should be the other way around. Heals for obstacles to overcome. But it says that the most difficult part is over. So you are already doing your work. Oh, I meant to get 3, but that's okay. It says you will be playing a different role. We know that. I know that's right. Oh, my, you have a lot. Okay, we're going to take them. Finger for warning of a problem either now or in the near future. But you see how these are all connected. I would not even worry about this. This is working out for your good. And you know, some of it might have something to do with you wanting to take shortcuts or thinking that you need to take shortcuts to catch up with somebody else. But no, you are going to find your way out. You got to be yourself, chapter 1. That's all you got to do, and trust your spirit team. Because look, leg, you're stepping into a new experience. And that's all that matters. We see it here in the cards. And so I'm telling you, I hope that this access granted backstage pass so that you can see how your ancestors and your spirits are working with you, that you can trust them and know they got you. Because you are about to get that fire. And as far as I'm concerned, it's going to burn brightly for a long time. All right, my chapter 1s. I hope that was helpful for you. We will see you in the next one. Hello, my chapter 2s. Welcome to your reading. This is your backstage all access granted pass so that you can see what's going on with you and how your ancestors are working behind the scenes for you. I'm really excited about this. You have chosen the Karmic Path card. We have Saturn here showing its beautiful face for us. When I see this card, what's coming through as a desire for you right now is like for things that just make sense. Karmic Path speaks to me, is making me think about, you know, lessons that we have to learn over and over. And what I heard when I saw this card was, I don't know if you're familiar with The Prince of Egypt, one of my favorite movies growing up, but The Prince of Egypt has a gospel, like inspirational soundtrack. A lot of people don't know about that one. It's got some deep cuts on there, but one of the songs, and if I can find the song, I will put it in the description box. The song is called I Will Get There. It's by Boys to Men. And that's a song that I was hearing. It says, I will get there. I will get there somehow. Cross that river. Nothing's stopping me now. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side. And so the song is just a song that is just continuing to like encourage and talk about like, I am going to get where I'm supposed to go. And so even following that theme of like in the Bible and the children of Israel, they, once they made it from out of slavery and on their way to freedom or to the promised land, there were some things that happened, a lot of things that happened, and they ended up in the wilderness for 40 years, marching around the same place, marching around the same mountain, and they were unable to reach the promised land. And so that song, I will get there somehow, I feel like that is a cry for you, that there's a certain place that you're trying to get, and maybe you feel like you're taking the long route. And so this karmic path is talking about you having some lessons that you're learning, that you're needing to learn, but you are ready to pass the test. You're ready to take and pass the test. So let's look at that. It's interesting too, because this number on the card is 8, and 8 is a card of momentum. Usually like fast, like momentum is fast usually, but like, really fast motion forward, right? And I'm thinking of like being catapulted. So I think that's really interesting. And I think that is telling about how things should be going for you soon. I'm going to get some oracle cards here just to contact and speak with your ancestors, spirits. Those who are walking with all of those in chapter 2, can you please give me a message for them now concerning this karmic path and them getting to where they're headed now? Give me wisdom for my chapter 2s. Wisdom for chapter 2. This one here. So they're talking about testing times. And so that kind of is what I was just saying about walking that path, feeling like you're kind of just going nowhere. Things might have felt maybe feeling a little stagnant, and you're ready for things to change up. And so I'm really excited that you chose this video, because I'm excited to see how your ancestors are working on your behalf. Because they're saying right now, like, we recognize and we notice like things have felt really difficult right now, but you are not going to be left in the wilderness. You are not going to be left in any dry place. You are not going to be left in desolation and depression. You're not going to be left in that circumstance. Your ancestors are with you and walking with you. And so I just want you to believe that. I just want you to believe that. So let's get 3 more oracle cards to get some messages from your ancestors, calling on all of the ancestors who love, who support, who are rooting for those who are in chapter 2. I give thanks to the elevated ones. May you come in and give a message, a timely message for all of those who are watching chapter 2. Let's see what we can get for you in chapter 2. We're going to get 3 of these for you. Just the one on top. Okay. Yep. It's the path, freedom, journey, following your intuition. That came out in chapter 1 as well. This one here. Look at that. Higher guardian speaking. My energy is assisting you during this time. You are going through major transitions. Ashe, they are with you. If you didn't believe me before, know that they are here now. Even as you're watching this video, they're wanting you to know we're here. We are here. And they directed you here so that you can get this message as well. And look at this. And you also have dance ritual. We go into trance. We feel spirit, express ourselves through motion. What did I say about the number 8? Fast movement and meditation. Ashe. Ashe. Yeah, because, and see, so for you, I don't know if you're able, chapter 2, but there's something about like, I'm hearing that it's a song by Vicky Winans. Shake yourself loose. Everything that binds you up, shake it. And so I don't know if you are someone who dances, if that's your type of thing. You may not even be able to dance, but there's also a way in which you can contact spirit. And that's what they're saying is necessary for you right now. And so if that is meditation, if that is closing your eyes and going into trance, or if it is just, getting quiet and praying, or maybe it's getting loud and shouting. Whatever it is, there's something about movement, whatever movement you are able to do, whatever your body will allow. I feel like it's going to shake off, kind of like shake off the cobwebs, right? And get you moving. And I feel like it's important to add that the movement in your life is not going to be like the children of Israel who continued to walk around the mountain for 40 years. I feel like the movement that's about to come into your life is going to be the type of movement that is productive. Right? You have the path card that talks about you moving, going on a journey toward your freedom. And so that song, I will get there. I will get there somehow. I really hope I can find it. And again, it'll be in the description if I can. But it's such a powerful song. But this message about movement, it just feels so powerful for you. So, all right. So without further ado, let's see what the ancestors are going to do for you. We're going to do a 4-card spread. We're going to pull a card for the ancestral mothers, how they're working for you behind the scenes. A card for the ancestral fathers, how they're working for you behind the scenes. Another one from your spirit guides and angels who walk with you, who watch over you, protect you. And then we're going to pull some cards to look at how you can participate with your spirit team, your Ori, your higher self, right? All right, so spirits for the ancestral mothers. The ancestral mothers, let me give this a good shuffle, actually. For the ancestral mothers, for all of those who are in chapter 2, how are you working on their behalf right now? How are you working on their behalf? The Queen of Wands. For the ancestral fathers, how are you working? How are you working on their behalf? The 7 of Pentacles, Ashe. For the spirit guides, all of those in chapter 2. The 7 of Swords. Oh, okay. Love that. And then let's see. I'm going to pull 2 cards for how you can participate with your spirit team. And we're going to save those, I think, this one and this one. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this. So your ancestral mothers coming through as the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands being someone who's like directing, right? Like they are like, I said this in chapter 1's readings, like bad boss, big boss, bad bitch, all those things. The Queen of Wands is one who, like I said, directs, who carries their power in such a way that it causes a scene. And so it just feels like going along with the same story from the children of Israel. There in the story, it says that when the children of Israel were moving through the wilderness, that by night they were still able to move forward because God would come down as a pillar of fire and would direct them. And so that's what it feels like. It feels like your ancestral mothers are like a pillar of fire for you, protecting you on every side and making sure that you're okay. And so even though you may feel like you've been wandering around aimless and trying to find purpose and reason and everything, they've been there as the light to guide you, to protect you and keep you from harm, to keep you warm and comfortable as they can, right? And that's what it feels like they have been doing, what they've been doing for you. Now your fathers, they're coming through as the 7 of Pentacles. I love you have 2 7s on the table. The 7 of Pentacles is a card of progress, right? And what's interesting too, what I'm kind of getting is that your ancestral fathers are so excited about the way that you're about to buzz loose and break free and get to where you've been trying to go. The 7 of Pentacles also is a card of impatience. Like, I'm just ready to get there. I'm just ready for it to happen. And like, I feel like that's kind of the energy of your ancestral fathers, is that like they are, doing what they can to help you kind of make progress and make tangible steps, right? But there's something about this impatient energy of just like, oh, when they get there, oh, I just can't wait for them to see it. Oh, I just can't wait for them to just see how good it's really about to get, that. Oh, I love that so much. And then for your guardians, your angels, the 7 of Swords. What I'm getting from this, the way that your spirit guides are working for you, they are helping you by redeeming the time. The Seven of Swords is a thief in the night, and they reclaim what rightfully belongs to them. And so your spirit guides they are redeeming the time. I love that this particular Seven of Swords looks like a graveyard, because we're talking about spirits, right? Something about that, when you think that it's over for you, here they come to steal that sword, to steal that time, right? And also the swords are weapons. And so if they can reclaim the weapons, they can reclaim your power and give it back to you, then you will have the strength and the wisdom to make it through this season, because you are transitioning. You will not always be in this place. And so this Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Swords is so interesting, because sevens is a number of alignment. And we are in a 7 year at the time of this recording, the year of the Chariot, 2023. But that is a number of alignment, divine alignment. That means that even when you think you might have been aimlessly walking or going through the same cycles and the same things, it's all purposeful. Meaning not that your suffering is purposeful, but that the lessons that you've learned, they are catapulting you to your ultimate glory and splendor. So let's see how you can participate with your spirit team to see that this comes to be. Woo! You have the Hanged Man and the Ace of Pentacles. So like what I'm getting from the Hanged Man is, one, I don't know why I heard this, so I'm sorry this sounds a little harsh, but fix your face. Oh, I used to hate when my mom used to say that growing up. If I was having an attitude because something wasn't going my way and I started to pout, my mom would be like, fix your face. But that's just what I heard. What I'm getting about this, like fixing your face, kind of goes back to this dance ritual. You know, like sometimes in the church, we talk about dancing, praising in advance. Like you might still be going through, you ain't really gotten there yet, but praising in advance. And that's kind of what this Hanged Man is giving me. It's like fixing your face, gaining a new perspective is what I'm equating fix your face to. Gain a new perspective. Try not to be downcast in your soul, because right around the corner is the Ace of Pentacles. It is not just a chance. It's a second chance. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning that's grounded. A new beginning that is secure. It's new opportunities. It's new connections. It's money. It's a new job. It's a change in career. It's a stable relationship. It's that beginning of a thing. So like, I don't know why, but the Hangman was kind of giving, fix your face, because it's about to change. And so that dance ritual is almost like generating energy in your spirit. So you can kind of inform your face, if we're going along with that analogy, informing your face about just how good it's about to get, how things are about to shift. You're about to make it into your promised land, whatever that looks like for you. All right, so I'm going to pull one more tarot card, and then we're going to pull a couple of oracles to close out. So I want to look into my little metaphorical crystal ball. I'm going to get a crystal ball one day, y'all, real soon. But until then, we're going to use the cards. We're going to see, like, once all of this takes place, what is it going to look like for my chapter 2s? Show me what's going to, let's look, get a little peek into the future. What's it going to look like once all these things come to be? This one here, the Six of Cups. It's going to look like reconnection, right? It's interesting because this is another card that has a karmic message to it about old things coming again. But it feels like with this particular card, with the Six of Cups, these are the reconnections that feel good to you. These are not testing times. These are not hard lessons. This is actually like reconnecting to something that matters to you, right? This is reconnecting with people who matter to you, who love you and who you love. I also really adore that the fact that the Six of Cups fell beneath the dance ritual card, and there are two people in that card. And so now here comes another song. Thinking about Whitney Houston. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. And maybe this karmic lesson, this thing that you've been, this path, this journey, what it is that you've been going for or dealing with, perhaps it's relationship related. Maybe it's been feeling testy. Could be a friend, a lover, family member. But the Six of Cups promises that what you thought you lost will come back to you in a beautiful way. Ooh, I love that for you. Wow. Which I think adds more depth to that Seven of Swords, because that's a card of reclamation, bringing it all back. So we're going to get three final cards for you, some oracle cards. But if this reading has resonated with you, I would love if you could drop me a comment that says, I want it all back. If you want to show even more appreciation, then you are more than welcome to press the super thanks button right there underneath the video. Any donations will go towards supporting me in the channel and my work. And it will highlight your comments so that I can see it and make sure I give you some extra appreciation. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's see. I was going to see, let's see what's coming toward you. What's coming toward you, my chapter 2s. Let's get one more. Okay. So the first card that came out was someone is behaving. I'm not going to say that word. That's ableist. I need to scratch that out. But someone's acting ridiculous, right? But you have happiness. So for some of you, this definitely does feel like relationships. You have happiness and you have cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. You are so covered and protected, chapter 2. So even if there are people, even if there's a person or people who are causing the testing times, I want you to remember how your ancestors and your spirit team, they're helping you. Your mothers reminding you of the baddie that you are, the boss that you are. Your fathers speaking, doing talking about progress, right? And the way that you are building little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit, you're growing every day. Even if you don't notice the growth, it's happening. You are taking aligned steps on your journey. And they are so excited to see. They're excited for you to see your growth, for you to look around and see how much has happened, how much has matured and blossomed around you. And then you have your spirit team. They are saying they want you to reclaim your time and reclaim your power. So regardless of who's being a jive turkey around you, you're protected and happiness is guaranteed. We see it already in the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. And I, for one, am really excited that I was able to tell you just how good it's about to get for you. All right, my chapter 2s. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter 3s. Welcome to your access granted behind the scenes, how your ancestors and spirit team are working for you. I'm really excited to get into this with you today. So you have chosen trust. This is the 16th card. And I'll tell you, so as I was looking at this card, what's coming up for me is that obviously there are trust issues, and I'm not even so much getting that there are trust issues or that you don't trust people as so much as not really trusting that good things are going to happen in the way that you thought they might. And that can kind of you might be a little hesitant. Maybe that's not even the right word. I'll say this. It feels like it may have been hard for you to believe that your ancestors are doing anything for you right now, that your spirit team is even aware of how things are going on in your life right now. The trust card is number 16, which makes me think about the Tower, which is the 16th card in the major arcana of the tarot. And when we're having tower moments, when things are crumbling around us, it's very easy not to trust anything. It's like when you're in an earthquake, which I've never been in an earthquake, but I would imagine that, when we're just walking around the world, we don't expect for the literal ground to shake beneath us. The ground is supposed to be the one thing that we can trust to hold us up. And if the ground is shaking, then what else can we hold on to? And so that's what kind of what I'm getting from this group, that maybe the thing that you trusted in the most let you down recently. And so it's I don't even know how to open my heart again. And so That's just what I'm getting. That may be specific, and maybe not for everyone, but that's just what I'm picking up. So I want to get some, before we look into how your ancestors are working for you and assisting you now, I want to get some general messages from your ancestors. Okay, so I'm calling on all of the ancestors and spirit guides, those who are walking with my chapter threes. I don't know why this group feels so tender. So tender. How's your heart, chapter 3? How's your heart? Ooh, you survived a lot. You have survived a lot, but you're still here. And I just heard in my mind someone like whispering barely. But you are beloved. Let's see. Energetic footprint. That's interesting because I was just talking about earthquakes and there's a lot of energy under the ground. There's this spiral here on this card. This energetic footprint speaks about your impact. But I also think that this is speaking about the impact of like people around you, things around you, things kind of shifting and making it hard for you to find a place for your feet to be planted and to feel safe and secure. This spiral, the longer I look at it, it also looks like a cyclone, like a tornado cyclone. And I just think about how it must feel to be swept away, lifted off of the ground, and tossed around. And so this really feels like this card, what I'm picking up from it is your ancestors saying, we know what you've been going through. We know. We're keenly aware. We feel it. When you feel the hit, we feel it. And it's like, I just saw like a very strong ancestor, very tall, very strong, like putting their body between you and like a flying object in this cyclone to protect you. And so even though it's terrifying, the stage of life that you're in, there are still ancestors who are taking the hit for you. Okay, let's get some additional messages from your ancestors. Let's get some additional messages from your ancestors. Calling upon the ancestors and spirit guides, those who walk with, who love, who support, who are rooting for everyone in chapter 3. Ooh, look at that. You have grandparent spirits who are here. Ashe. Ooh, thank you for coming. Look at that. What did I say? They know you're not alone. We are with you, giving wisdom. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Ooh. Somebody's grandparents here enjoy tea. If that's you, set out some tea for your ancestors, for your grandparents specifically. I just saw a cup of tea. They're saying pay attention to your health. Stop stressing yourself out and take care of yourself. Let's get one final message from the ancestors to my chapter 3s. What else? This one here. My energy is assisting you during this time period. You are going through major transitions. Yeah, that's that tower. That's that tower that I was feeling. Things are shifting and shaking, right? But after the tower comes the star. The star is about healing and restoration. And so wherever you are right now, you are in a period of needing to be healed. You are in a period of needing to receive healing, to be restored, to rest. And your grandparent spirits are saying that we're here. Just ask us. We're right here. We see you. We are aware. And their energy is assisting you. So that means that you can call on them. And like I said, you might have some trust issues with those spirits. But I think that that's why this reading is here for you. Okay, so let's do some tarot cards now. I'm going to shuffle here. I'm going to pull 4 cards. We're going to do 1 card to represent your ancestral mothers, how they are assisting you during this time. Your ancestral fathers will be second. Third, we're going to look at your spirit guides, your angels, how they're assisting you now. And then the fourth card, actually we'll make it 4 and 5. I'm going to pull 2 cards to represent your higher self, or your Ori, your own head, how you can participate with your spirit team to get what you need, right? Because what I'm also getting from this trust card is that you want to be able to trust. You want to be able to trust in your relationships. You want to have someone you can rely on, right? Whether that's your ancestors, your spirits, or people, but you want something that you can rely on. And so I want to see how your ancestors and your spirits are helping you with that. All right, calling on the ancestral mothers. How are you assisting chapter 3 in this time? The Hierophant. Oof. All right. Ancestral fathers, how are you assisting chapter 3 during this time? This one. The 8 of Cups. Ooh. All right. Calling on the high masters, elevator masters, spirit guides. This one. This one. This one. All right, y'all. Make it clear. How are you assisting chapter 3? How are you assisting chapter 3 right now? This one. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. And then I want to pull 2 more cards for chapter 3. How you can be open to receive and to participate with your spirit team. All right. We're going to leave those there for now. Okay. Now, your ancestral mothers, they're coming through as the Hierophant. The Hierophant, that's the card of the elders for me, right? That's the card that's talking like those are the gatekeepers. The Hierophant is your ancestral mothers are like, we want to teach you things. We want to give you keys. We want to show you wisdom, right? So that's another reason why they want you to call, right? The ancestral mothers are saying, we have keys to give you. We want you to learn this time, right? We don't want you to have gone through something difficult and for you to feel like it's because you have been abandoned by us. No, there is more knowledge for you to understand now. And so behind the scenes, I feel that they are trying to teach you a little something, bring you back to some wisdom that is in your bloodline, right? Some wisdom that is some divine knowledge. And I really believe that it's going to point you back to yourself. So for some of you, your ancestral mothers want you to pay attention to your traditions. And so it's interesting that I said that somebody wants a cup of tea. Like some of y'all need to refresh your altars. There are certain traditions that you got to get back to, or certain things that you are supposed to study and learn that you've been feeling called to and drawn to. Those are your ancestral mothers directing that way. Now your fathers, the 8 of Cups, they're talking about a pivot. Ooh, your ancestral fathers are wanting to know, what do you really want? What do you really want? What do you really need? Because some of the things that are happening that are shaking up in your life, chapter 3, are actually a result of the prayers that you've been praying. It just didn't manifest in the way that you thought it might. And so this 8 of Cups really feels like your ancestral fathers empowering you to let you know it's okay to walk away from the wreckage. It's okay, because when you do that, you honor yourself. You honor your vision and your dreams and your hopes. You love yourself when you abandon anything that does not love you back. Hold that, chapter 3. And then your spirit guides, the way that they're helping you behind the scenes, the Page of Pentacles, they're giving you new opportunities. So you see how your mothers are wanting to teach you things and for you to grab onto wisdom. Your fathers are reminding you to love yourself enough to honor yourself and to move on to greener pastures. And your spirit guides are providing the green pastures. They're giving you the opportunity. They're returning back to you what you thought was taken or destroyed in the wreckage of the tower. Your spirit guides are saying, oh no, we're going to give it back to you, but better. Some of y'all are needing to go to school or go back to school, or there's some type of study that's necessary in your life. With the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles, I just had to add that because it's giving teacher student, it's giving mentor mentee, it's giving, elder initiations for some of you. And so maybe what's happening in your life is like a spiritual initiation, a shakeup that's preparing you for elevation. So let's see now how you can participate with your spirit team to be ready. Whoa. Wow, you have the star. Wow. Oh, I love when that happens. You have the star. You have the hope. Woo. How can you participate? The star is about your faith being restored. Believing that what crumbled was not permitted to come with you in this next season. What has passed away was never ready or willing or prepared to come to you with you in your next season. It had to perish so that you could prosper. It had to perish so that you could prosper. And that is not to belittle what could have been left behind. It could have been a relationship. It could have been a job. It could have been an opportunity, something you were really hoping for. It could have been a plethora of things. So I don't make light of what was destroyed in the tower moment. But this is how you trust again. I'm hearing, I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy. And I don't believe that your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, I don't believe that they brought you this far to leave you. And that's the message of the star and strength. The strength is about your vulnerability, how you can believe again, how you can trust again. And this is how you participate with your spirit team. So we talked about that restoration, right? So your health is of extreme importance right now. Your physical and your mental health. Also your emotional health. I think I asked you before, I ask you again. How's your heart, chapter 3? But you are being assisted. Ashe. So I'm going to pull one more tarot card. I don't have my crystal ball yet. I'm about to get one. I have to find one that I like, but I'm going to get one soon. But we're going to use the cards as my crystal ball. So I want to see, this is calling to me, but I'm going to pull the card that's going to represent how your life is going to look after all of this takes place. And then we're going to pull some oracle cards to see what else is there. The Emperor. Ooh. If you feel like you are like flying about and just all over the place and just kind of floundering and just in a panic or in despair, the Emperor brings order to chaos. And if you've been feeling like you're in the tower, and if you've been feeling like you're in a cyclone and like you are on shaking earth, the Emperor brings order to chaos, provides boundaries and safety, gives you the security and stability that you've been hoping for, something that you can believe in, something that you can trust in. And that's you. When this is all said and done, as you open yourself up, as you rest and honor your capacity, as you begin to believe and trust your ancestors again, you become the Emperor. You are the ruler and the God of your life. So know that what you're feeling right now is just a transition. But look at who you become. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 final oracle cards for you to get another glimpse into what you can expect coming up. But before I do, I would love if you could drop me a comment if this reading is resonating with you that says, I will not perish, I will prosper. Oh, that's so good. I'm going to say that again. I will not perish, I will prosper. And if this reading was good and you want to especially show some gratitude, you can always click the super thanks button right below this video, and any donations will support me, my work, and the channel. And I will definitely make sure to give you a shout out of my appreciation. So thank you so much. All right, let's see. Spirit, can you tell me? Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Spirit, show me. Okay. So there's still some fear here we got to deal with, but that's all right. Spirit, show me. Tell me, show me what's gonna look like for my chapter 3s when all is said and done. Okay. Look at that. Okay, let's get one more. One more. Okay, that was too many. Let's get one more. Can I get one more for my chapter? All right. Okay, so we had the first card that came out was Dagger for fear, worries, tense situations. That was followed by Eagle for triumph over troubles and obstacles. And so, yeah, you're the learning to trust again is always going to be a journey, right? There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of doubt, but you're going to triumph over those obstacles. And so what's interesting too, this horse card, it says short journey. So I feel like it's not going to take you as long as you think. You're in the middle of a transition, and it's not going to take you as long as you might have thought to recover. It's not going to take long for you to recover. Look, the bottom of the deck was door. Opportunities are waiting for you. The love, the joy, what you thought was gone forever. New opportunities are coming, and your ancestors are already working to prepare for these blessings to come your way. Chapter 3. Are you ready? I, for one, am so excited that I was able to give you a sneak peek at how things are going to turn for you. Make sure you take care of yourself. Take real good care, chapter 3. And we'll see you in the next video.